I think my expectations for the year were, I honestly didn't know. We had a good squad. I thought that we had a good squad. We had a really good pre-season, and JK was really focused on that league game, and we were all pumped and ready for it. So we'd not really been given the opportunity to think about the season. We didn't do any goal setting. We didn't do, which we normally do, you know, where we're going to finish, what do we expect to do, da 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 da. We didn't do any of that. We just focused on the league game, and obviously we ended up winning that. So it wasn't a bad strategy, was it? For me, it was straight after we beat Lee. That first game of the year at home, we 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 were class. Everyone was class. Sam Scott got injured as well, and we ended up being a man down. They'd come out and said they were going to go all season unbeaten. They'd spent a load of money. They had Rangi Chase and all that. And for us to beat them in the way that we did, in the conditions that we did, was really special. And I think a few weeks later we played Bradford at home. I think we drew that game, and they were supposed to be contenders. So after those two, definitely knew we were on to something big. Obviously, I've mentioned the Lee one being special, Bradford being special. I honestly don't really remember any others before that being particularly special. We were so good every week. We loved being around each other. The lads loved coming to training. It was a great environment to be in, and I think we all enjoyed every home game that we had. You know, we made the Mount like a fortress, I guess. So there isn't any particular games that stand out. I think I scored in that Bradford game at home, actually. So I'll take that one because I don't score often. I just knew that we had to win. There was a fair bit of pressure, in the sense of everything came down to that last game. All the effort, you know, that we'd put in, all the, you know, big wins up in Cumbria, beating Lee earlier in the year, being so consistent and performing so well. We didn't want the result to be in anybody else's hands. So we put a lot of pressure on ourselves as players. JK was really good. He was always, you know, you know what you're getting with JK, and he was really frank, and he said, "You guys are better than these on paper. Just do what you do, and you'll beat them." So there was no pressure from him, but we all really wanted to get into that middle eight, and we knew what it meant for us as a team, as a squad, for the club as a whole, for the fans. So yeah, I think we as players put more pressure on ourselves than anybody else did. I don't really remember the team talk before, other than him saying just do what you do normally, stick to the game plan. Just the classic JK stuff, play the percentages. He didn't need to do one of his famous rousing speeches. It was smart. JK knew when to do them, and knew who we needed to do them against. And in the big games, like what Swinton was, you're already motivated, so he didn't need to come in and pump you up anymore, because you can be too pumped for a game. So he was just a calm, you know, collective figure, and just stood there and said, you know, this is what you need to do. It was special. It was up there. There's a few games in my career that I remember distinctly the feeling of. I mean, there's been a lot of games, so forgive me if I don't remember them all, but the Swinton one was special. You know, getting into the grand final for Batley, beating Featherstone. When we beat Lee in the quarterfinals, I always remember that. I remember beating Dewsbury away on Easter, one Good Friday as well. We pumped them, and that was a great game. But the one after Swinton was similar to when I'd played for Dewsbury and we went that season unbeaten. It was a relief, because we'd put a lot of pressure on ourselves to get into that top four, to have that shot. We knew what it meant prestige-wise, for a part-time club to get in the top 4 was an amazing achievement, and still is an amazing achievement. For us to have, I think it meant that we ended up having the highest league finish in Batley's history, which was obviously really special to be a part of. And it just meant there was no pressure on us then for the next few games, because we didn't have to win anything. Like, we didn't have to prove anything to anybody anymore. So that was, all the pressure was released after that game, and you know, leading the winning song out on the field in front of the fans was really special. I loved, you know, I love Batley as a club. I love the fans. I love the team, all the teams that I played with. But you know, doing that winning song at that point in front of the fans was really special. So something that I'll always remember long after I finished playing rugby.